Hello and welcome to another edition of Up the Reds. So we played Leicester City yesterday. I was at the game, and well, let's start with the negatives first. Get them out of the way. That's probably the worst 35 minutes, first 35 minutes of football I have seen at excuse me, at Anfield. And believe me, I've seen a lot of games at Anfield, but that certainly was up there. Our passing was woeful. Our defending, our decision making was not so good. The midfield was wrong for me when I saw that from when the teams were announced. You can't play Thiago Henderson and Young Elliott in there. There's no pace in there at all. All of them like one touch too many at certain points of the match, and it seems to catch us out. But the first goal was the space was as wide as the Mersey for the Leicester goal. He just ran straight down through the middle. Nobody interacted at all, and 1-0. And then after that, we still couldn't get our passing going or anything. There was little bits and bats here and there. Nothing really happening at all. They were first to the ball. They were second to the ball. We weren't waiting for the ball to drop to us or from out the sky or coming in. They were just intercepting us all the time. So, and then obviously we got lucky with the equaliser. Ball in from Trent. I could hear the keeper shout when I was in the stands, and believe me, I was in the top tier of the main stand. And next minute, it goes over Ward's head and 1-1, and then we get the second one. Like everybody else, I was hoping that Darwin Núñez would have put that one in the back of the goal, but again, come off the post, and unlucky for Leicester to get the Leicester player to give us the lead at 2-1. In the first half, my two mates that I was with, I was saying this game needs a Naby Keita. It needed it after 10-15 minutes. He's got to bring Naby Keita on. We need some ball players in there. He brought Naby on. Second half, we improved a little bit, not too much. We had our chances. Darwin could have had a couple, but Mo could have had a couple as well. So it wasn't a good performance at all, really. But we have to take the 3 points. Back in September, October, we wouldn't have got those. We would not have got those 3 points. We'd have been lucky to scrape a draw out of those games and possibly have lost that game. So yeah, it was a funny old 90 odd minutes, because I was really hoping that we would take Leicester to the at the jugular there, but we didn't do, because when the team was announced, we were a bit lightweight in midfield. When I say lightweight, I mean creativity, pace, running past players. So Naby came on, and young Bacic, he's going to be some baller for us. He doesn't shirk anything. 50-50s. He's got great ball skills. He's got good vision. That's only going to get better the more he plays with the first team. The lad's 17 years old. He's going to be an incredible talent for us. I wouldn't send him out on loan to nobody. I'd keep him here, and let him pick up all the skills from players like Thiago and Hendo when Hendo's on his game. Just want to talk about Oxlade-Chamberlain. I thought he was very poor again. When he was substituted off, body language, head down, clapped you know, 2 yards from the line. Look, if you know, if you want to stay at Liverpool, you have, and you get the chance of playing for Liverpool, you know, you've got to give it 110%. Unfortunately, he was off it as well. Probably thinks that players are coming back and he's not going to play in the next game. But we've got the FA Cup. He's got to, you know, he might have been involved in that, etc. But yeah, so I was a bit disappointed with his, you know, coming off and, you know, sort of like shrugging of the shoulders, looking down, and whatever. So it's not negative. We know he's not going to be with us, you know, possibly in this transfer window, or maybe the in the summer he'll probably be gone. I see 2 or 3, maybe 4 players probably gone in the summer, and he'll be definitely one of them. We miss Fabinho. You could clearly see that he was on maternity leave. His wife had a baby, so I think it might have been the night before or a couple of days prior to that. So yeah, quite understandable. He wasn't there, but you could tell we missed somebody in there, getting the foot on the ball, you know, breaking Leicester's play up a bit. But hopefully he'll be back for the Brentford game. Just talking about the Brentford game, I'd like to see Naby in midfield. I'd like to see Ibu in place of Joel Matip. I think Joel Matip wasn't one of his best performances, but I could say the same about Virgil van Dijk or Robbo, you know, Endo, you know, Thiago to a certain extent, young Elliott. But yeah, I'd like to see positive changes in midfield. Probably see Fab back. Probably see Thiago and maybe try Keita in there, because just give probably Hendo a rest on the bench and just bring him back on, because he was. But I'm not the manager. But yeah, we need to freshen it up there. Cody Gakpo can't play for us. His paperwork won't be in time, which is a shame. But I'm sure everybody could tell from yesterday's performance that he would make a massive difference to the left-hand side of midfield, you know, for us. So, or maybe up top. Darwin Núñez created his chances, was involved for the second goal, created Mo a couple of times. So, yeah, just waiting to him to get a goal. I don't mind if one comes off his backside, if that's what it needs to take for him to start firing the goals in for us. But again, not too worried about him. The Reds in the stands were behind him all the time. No negative shouts, all positive. So yeah, interesting analyst by Jurgen after the game. I only saw that full this morning. He's right what it says. We were scrappy, we were miles off it. Second half we were a bit better, but that's how it is. And it, like he says, it's important to get the 3 points now. So I think at the back of his mind he was probably thinking that we possibly might have just got away with that one against Leicester. But looking forward to the Brentford game. They will be a different proposition. They will play long balls. The crowd will be up for it for 90 minutes. We need to be the same. We need to get there. We need to kickstart from the first minute of the game. You know, we can't let teams concede goals against us, you know, in the first 5-10 minutes, and you know we're then starting chasing. So yeah, looking forward to the game on Monday. Going to be on obviously on Sky, so I'll take that in. Trent, man of the match. I think that was the right decision. I thought defensively he was really good. And I saw the interview when I got in late last night, near midnight. He was admitted that he'd been working on his defensive things, which is really good to hear from a young lad. But he's won everything in the domestic and European level for the club. So yeah, he talked about it being individual defending and team defending, which is right. You defend from the front, you don't defend from the back. So yeah, he did. He had a good game, and I think rightly so. He should have got the man of the match. Joe Gomez came on, as I've said in my previous VT, that I think he should be looking to look at that right back slot for the next few games or so to come on. I'm not so sure what's happening with young Calvin Ramsey. He just seems to be down the pecking order there, but he's at Liverpool, so he's just learning his game. Maybe give him a run out in the 23s. That's really it. I'm not going to speak about any of the other teams. If I'm honest with you, I don't know the what games that they've got coming up. I think the women might have a game. I don't know if it's tomorrow or whatever, but because they've had a bit of a break, I think. But yeah, so I'll speak to you guys on. I might do another one of these tomorrow. Find out about injuries and things. I know Robbo came off injured. Young Elliott, he got hurt as well at the end. So let's see. But Simicast came on and did all right for Robbo. He's got a bit of an engine on him, so yeah. Good substitutions. Saw the game out. Take the 3 points, and let's move on. That's 4 games, 4 wins, 12 points. We're now in the mix for the top 4 position. Okay, enjoy the rest of the day, and Happy New Year.